Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to explore about CSS property called position, and in that position property we have few more properties which is relative absolute. So these things we are going to explore it today in this video. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss any future updates. So now let's start the video. Yes, as you can see, I have created position.html file in my CSS folder, and let's open this in the previewer as well so we can see this. And yes, so now let's create one div called card, and for this card I am going to apply few CSS. Okay, now you see I have applied the CSS on card class, and you can see this box is coming here. So position is generally means like if you want to position this particular card anywhere in this particular HTML page, that you can do with the help of position property. Okay, so let's use position property. The first property which we will use in the position is absolute. Okay, then we'll see what is relative and how we can use relative property. Okay, so I'll write position and then I'll write absolute. So if I don't write it, you can see like so many properties are still there, but we are right now using only absolute property. Okay, once you save it, nothing happened because like we have to position. So position is like you need to give the coordinates as well. Where do you want to position this particular card or div? Okay, so here you have like top. Okay, so from top, where do you want to position it? Okay, so suppose I want to say in percentage. Okay, so I can say 20%. Okay, now you see it moved here. Whenever I have written like 20%, it moved here. If I write 100%, it will go into the bottom. Okay, because this is the 100% from the top. So let's not do that. Instead, let's do 50% for now. It will coming into the center, and then what you can write is like left. From left, how many percentage or like how many pixel also you can give. So I will just give 50 as well from this side. Now you see it is coming over here. Okay, so similar to top and left, you can write top right as well. Okay, so it will come from the right side, or if you want to use bottom, but like the combination should be like this way, like top left, I'll write it here, top left or top right, or else bottom left or bottom right. Okay, you can't have like top and bottom. Okay, this is not the way. So you have to make sure that you are using like this, top left or top right, or bottom left or bottom right. Okay, this way you can use this coordinates. Okay, so this is how you can position using the absolute and position property. This is how you can position it. If you want to provide the values in a pixel as well, you can provide it. Let's suppose like 200 pixel from top and 300 pixel from the left side. Okay, so this is how you can position anything on the HTML page. Yes, now we saw how we can position anything in our application anywhere in this particular screen. I have opened this pane to show like how the position relative will work. Okay, so we will going to have a by default properties for body, as we have the body tag, right? Body tag will have by default properties to it. Okay, like margin, padding, so that kind of thing. So by default body tag as well having the position relative. Okay, so that property body tag will have. Because of that reason you are able to do or like use this position absolute over here. Okay, so let's understand what exactly it is. Okay, so right now you see in paint, this is the whole screen. Suppose this is our web screen where I have this particular box. Okay, so I am able to move this box anywhere in this screen. Okay, we using the property position absolute and top and left. Okay, but I don't want to do it. So there is a scenario where I have a one particular box like this. Okay, and I want to position it one more box. So there is one more box inside this particular container, and I want to position it. Okay, now what will happen is if you try to position it from left or right side. Okay, let's say right side, you want 10 pixel. Okay, so it will not going to come here, it will going to come here. Okay, so this particular thing you need to do inside this particular container. Okay, so that time what you have to do is, for this parent container you need to apply position relative, then only it will come here, or else it will go outside. Okay, so let's see properly in the code, and from there we can understand betterly. So right now we have this one, I'll just comment on this one, and I'll wrap this particular div in a container div. Okay, so let's apply container, and here I'll write the CSS for the container. Like width I want 600 pixel, and height I can say 100 VH because I want the full height of the screen, and I'll apply border to see where exactly the positioning happened. Okay, so now you see this, but here we can't see properly, so let's open in a live server where we can see in the browser. Okay, so it should be opening now. Yeah, it's starting. Yes, it open now. Yep, now we can see over here, this is our box and this is our card, and we want to position it inside this particular box. Okay, so let's try to position that. Okay, I'll just get this like this, and we can see it properly now. Okay, so let's enable this again. Okay, the position on the card. So once I do that, it is coming here, but let's use right. Okay, now I have saved it, and now if I go back, you see it's coming over here. Okay, from right side I want like 300 pixel, and from top I want 200 pixel. But right now you see I want this particular box inside this container, not outside the container. That time we need to use position relative to the this container. Okay, so let's go back, and for the container I will do position relative, and if I hit save, now you see it's coming inside this. Okay, so if I do from right side only 10 pixel as well, you see it is starting from here. Okay, so it will once you apply position relative, it will going to consider the position absolute, will going to consider this container. Okay, by default it will going to consider body as the container, but once you have this like parent div and apply the position relative to that, the position absolute will consider the coordinates with respect to this container which we have provided. Okay, so this is how position relative will work. So this is about position and how position relative work, and also the position absolute will work. And in the next video, we are going to see one more property from the position. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and give it a thumbs up. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.